Well, hey everybody, it is Romania Black, and you do not have to adjust your sets. It is just me in a really shitty wig. We're on episode 12 of Bocchi the Rock, which is the final episode of this season. Luckily, we have a season 2 that's in the works, so that's really good. And this is the Rio wig that I wore to MomoCon. It has been brushed out and maintained a little since then, but you can tell it has been through hell. The little clips are cute, but it's just this wig was a very cheap purchase. And it shows. And this is the result of my Bocchi anxiety-ridden bang cutting in the bathroom of said hotel convention. So, I was trying to emulate Rio's look from last week with the red shirt and the white coat, but of course, Rio's coat did not have the western fringe, so this is the Midwest Rio. If I do season 2, I definitely want to cosplay as either Bocchi or Kikuri. I think I want to do Hiroi. I think Hiroi would be a lot of fun to do, and her cosplay would be something that I have partial pieces of already, so it would not be hard to put together. So we'll see about that. I may just have to be, buzzed as Hiroi all throughout season 2. Would that be fun? Would you like to see that? But before we start, I want to say a couple things. First, we are not just looking at episode 12 this week. We are also looking at 2, or technically 3 manga chapters. There was a one-shot that went along with episode 8 about Najika's backstory that I've been shared to. And then there was a 2-chapter one-shot that came out alongside the compilation movie, which came out after this season aired. And so Viri Amura gave me links to both of those. So when the episode is done, we're also going to be reacting to those after the discussion. So I'm pretty excited about that. But with that being said, we've got some comments we need to talk about before we dive into this episode, mainly from episodes 9 and 10. So if you have been commenting on episode 11, and if you comment on this video, I will go ahead and tell you all that after I get all of the comments in from both Patreon and YouTube for episodes 11 and 12. I am going to, at the beginning of August, as Kelvin has asked, some other people on YouTube have asked in the comments, I'm not going to react to all of the songs because some of them I've partially heard in the episodes themselves. And also me reacting to music directly is kind of me going, it's great. But so what I want to do instead is rank the songs of season 1. So Kelvin is working on getting me the list of all the songs. I'm going to listen to them and then compile a video that will come out around the first week of August. That will be probably on that Saturday, which will be probably on that first Saturday in August, hopefully, fingers crossed, or the second Saturday. I'll tell you all in the August update video, but it's going to be basically ranking the songs of Bocchi, so I'm pretty excited about that. Yeah, but these are the comments I had that I wanted to touch base on for episode 9 and episode 10. So Douglas, Doug Glaforus 1, for episode 9 says, a fun fact about the ED is that it spawned a meme in the Bocchi the Rock community because in one of the scenes, it looks like Kita is giving her middle finger to the crowd. I think I commented on that in one of the episodes that she looked like she was flipping off the camera. So that's hilarious that it's become a meme. I kind of love that. Also, the Tokosen, the girls eat in this episode. Yeah, it looks like a photo because it is. The producers were having a difficulty drawing this one, so they decided to buy a Tokosen, put it in a paper scanner, and there's a pretty famous photo of the production of the episode showing that. That's hilarious. The fact they just took a photo of it and they're like, just use that. I love multimodal animation, and that's right up there. I like that. I thought this was really cool. Stussy, for episode 10, said maybe this has already come up, but now that you've met Sick Hack in episode 10, I think it's okay to say, be nice, Huckleberry, that our drunken master Kikuri is loosely based on Margaret Heroi, vocalist and bassist of the real-life band 88 Casio Junrei. And they showed me some links on YouTube of Margaret Heroi. She is Kikuri. She is... I don't want to say, like, objectively, but in my opinion, she's more hardcore and badass than Hiroi in the anime. She's like, she really was like flipping off the crowd and like had the same like kind of like dress with the guitar and the way she played it. Like I can absolutely 1000% see the influence on Kakuri's character from Margaret Hiroi. She's so badass. I was like, damn, her concert, I could smell that concert. Watching those video links, I was like, oh, I would have suffocated in that room, but it looked so cool and badass. So that's really cool. So thank you for sharing those links and telling us about that. And then finally, well, not finally, Roman says for episode 10, Roman says, I mentioned in episode 3 comments that there was an episode with a translation difference that toned down the sapphic reading of a character. This is the one I was talking about. During Bocchi's fantasy at the beginning of the episode, you can hear men screaming her name, but the woman yells, hold me. In the manga, it read, hold me, and a cut line is another woman yelling, ravish me. I was like, the funny thing is, I view Bocchi as being kind of asexually coded, but in the same vein, I could see her, because she's not directly attracted to any specific gender or sex, that also could mean that she could potentially, you know, become attracted platonically, romantically, whatever, to any gender or sex. Arguably. Also, the classmate who is talking about someone playing at the festival in the manga doesn't say they would be so cool, but that they would be so dreamy. I've seen fan translations that render it as, if someone from this class played, I'd fall in love. Come on, Bocchi the Rock. Why can't we get a little Yuri coded? Come on. Everybody likes a little Yuri in their anime. Let's go. But thank you. Thank you, Roman. That's really cool. I appreciate that. And then Kelvin for episode 10 says, I absolutely love the music in this show, so I'll be listing the songs we hear after we hear them, don't worry, in case anyone wants to check out the music on their favorite streaming platforms. So thank you, Kelvin, Kelvin has been consistently posting comments that has listed all of the songs and everything over the course of this season. Thank you so much. That's been really helpful. As someone, as I get this like wig hair off, oh no, instead I'm getting lipstick everywhere. As someone that is hyper organized most of the time, I really appreciate when someone is organized with all the songs and everything. That makes it easier for me to keep track of, which I appreciate. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. They also, that list of songs at the end of the season, they also said this episode, in episode 10, we get to see Kakuri Hiroi's band Sick Hack in action, performing their song Watashi Dake Yure. I'm so excited to hear the full song. I'm excited for all of that. They also talked about like the influences of psychedelic rock. And like I said in the episode, my dad, I kind of grew up on psychedelic rock with like Pink Floyd and Jefferson Airplane and all that. So I'm a big fan of it. But yeah, so, oh man, we have a lot to get through today. Not only the episode, but some chapters of the manga as well. Thank you all so much for watching Bocchi the Rock with me. I'm not sad because we're getting season 2. I am a little heartbroken because this series every week has been just so much fun. And every time I needed a good laugh, I'd be like, I need to watch Bocchi the Rock. If I needed to calm myself down or if I was having a stressful day, I was like, Bocchi the Rock is going to be there to help me get through it. And I love that. So thank you for joining me on this journey. Thank you for tolerating this wig during this reaction. God knows I am. And so I will definitely have some better cosplay for season 2. But I'm excited to see how this concert goes, to see what we get. And is Rio going to give the thumbs up, or is she going to be like thumbs down? That is the question. But we're not going to waste any more time. We are going to dive into episode 12 of Bocchi the Rock, and then we'll talk about it, look at the manga, and we're going to do that here in 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Too caught up in the moment. I got too caught up in the moment and like clicked stop on the video before I could get my thoughts before coming back to the discussion. Oh, this was so good. What a great episode. What a great way to round out season 1. What I liked most about this episode was that we got the band performance. Like, we got a solid band performance. We got like 2 full songs, which was great. I loved that. But then not only did we get the full band performance and there were hiccups and they handled it so well, we're going to talk about it, but then a good season to me is one that has enough resolution, right? Because sometimes you have like the big climactic moment and then sometimes you don't get enough resolution at the end. It just ends and you're like, oh, that's it. But what about what's next? And you kind of need to, like, as an English instructor, you build up to your climax. And then your climax is up here. And let's say you started here. Your resolution's like, around here. You don't go all the way. You don't want a Return of the King, Lord of the Rings situation where your ending is as long as the climax. You don't need that. But you do need to build it up, have your climactic moment, which in this case is the band with the school, and then have time to like resolve some things and also set up for season 2 to let us know that things are going to be a little different and there's going to be developments along the way. So obviously season 2, Bocchi has a new guitar, which is exciting. We're going to talk about it, but they're going to be organizing like their new material, getting like new gigs, things like that. Like this felt like a great season finale, end of the first part, the first chunk. Now we're getting ready to move on into the next part. And it wasn't like a cliffhanger, but it was there's things to come to look forward to. I loved this concert. This concert was so good. Like, I loved everything about it. They just jumped right in. They're like, time to have the concert. Everybody starts playing. It's so good. It just immediately dives in. Everybody's doing well. The band is all there. I love Seika holding Hiroi, and she's just like, dee. She's so excited. The dad is crying, filming Bocchi. The dad has the camcorder and he's sobbing. It's so cute. And what I loved most is that everybody in the audience is so supportive. Like, they're all Kita fans, so of course they're going to support her. But nobody was like, it wasn't like the Starry where some of the adults were being bitches and being rude. Like, everybody here was really supportive. And it was just such a good atmosphere. And honestly, Bocchi needed to perform in an atmosphere like that, where she was amongst her peers and they all were so nice to her. It's so cute. Like, everybody's clapping along, having a good time. Like, I loved the positivity of this because, sometimes they could have framed it up as being like the high school kids. What? She's playing? What in the world? But here, no. It was positive. It was supportive. It was such a cute environment. I loved it. It was great. And I just loved her family being able to like watch her and support her. I loved like the going back to all the parts of the school and they're all empty, like reviewing everything. It felt very much like an end of the year celebration, right? It was so cute. But now, as the song finishes, this episode calls Morning Light Falls on You. As the song finishes and they're about to start I Will Never Forget, she's like, I can't believe how enthusiastic they are. Hiroi notices that something's off. Like, Hiroi is very much in tune with when Bocchi's out of sync, and it's that her peg is broken and she can't get the E tune to be fixed. Now, I like Nishika tried to tested out the whole MC joke thing, and the one girl like was into it. So come on, Rio, maybe. But yeah, and the dad's just crying. I am fully convinced the dad very much is Bocchi. Bocchi takes after her father. Like, Futari takes after the mom. They both look like the mom. The gag that they won't let us see the dad's face is hilarious. Like, when Futari was up above his head covering it for us, I was like, shut up. The dad is like the secretary from Powerpuff Girls. You're just never going to see her face. Miss Bellum. Yeah, you're just never going to see her, but like, you'll never see her face. But that's so funny. Bocchi definitely gets a lot from her dad. She gets kind of his like the crying, the like being kind of neurotic. Even when he was like monetizing her YouTube channel, I'm like, that's something Bocchi would do. Bocchi would do the same thing. If she knew that was a possibility, that would be the case. But the yen to USD. And do that ratio again. So she had earned from her videos $300,000. She'd earned about $2,000 from her videos, which is pretty good. And then, so the guitar costs about $700, like a decent guitar. That seems about right. Cool. Nice. So yeah, I just love this episode so much. And I love her family being there to support her. So they play the next song. God, I was so nervous because Bocchi keeps realizing that some of the stuff's out of tune and that she can't play the B tune and everything. Something wasn't right. The E string and the B string weren't going to work, and the one string kind of collapsed. What I loved about this scene was that unlike in the bar, everybody kind of was nervous and didn't know what to do and things were off. And then Bocchi was the one that kind of like picked everybody up, and she was the rock that got them all back on track. I love that the situation is flipped in this episode, where Bocchi has proven that she's there to support her band. And in this episode, her band proves that they're there to support her. And for Kita to be the one to have flexed her skills and did the ad-libbing improv, because she's beloved in that school. They're going to forgive her even if it's not the best thing. They're going to be all supportive for her. And then for Bocchi to improvise and take one of Hiroi's bottles and use that on the guitar is so crazy good growth for her. Like, Bocchi would not have done that episode 1. Would not have even considered it. I don't think Bocchi episode 8 would have considered it. So our girl has come so far, and I love that instead of her crouching down and wondering where the mango box is and freaking out in that moment of, oh, I don't know what to do, I'm scared, everybody's eyes are on me, instead she's down there trying to figure out what to do in the moment and how does she not let her band down. And that's when Kita improvises and things like get back on track. I love that. I'm going to make sure everyone can see how amazingly cool Goto-san really is. Now, is San or Chan the more personal prefix? I feel like Chan is more personal and familiar than San. So instead of Goto-san, Chan is usually between close friends, family members, and a sign of endearment or affection. So Kita going from Goto-san to Hitori-chan is a sign that she's gotten closer with Bocchi, calling her Hitori-chan. So yeah, okay. All right, girl, I see you. The Bo Kita fandom was probably freaking out during this entire scene because it's really, really cute. But her playing with the bottle and Seiko being like, who whips out a bottleneck to play at a time like this? And then Hiroi's like, well, now it won't matter if she's a little out of tune. I loved Hiroi looking so impressed in that moment. And for Bocchi to be that resourceful, and for the callback and the come around of Hiroi being there and the bottle being used as part of the plot. Good job. Good job, mangaka. That was really, really smart. But yeah, so the song ends up going well. The string's broken, but it all works. And her dad's like super proud in the moment she improvised like that. And then she's like, okay, now Kita, my sweet bean, I know everybody's so excited, and I love when the sound completely goes and all you hear is Bocchi breathing. Like she's just like girl's just soaking it all in. She's slowly coming out of her shell, and it's so beautiful to see. But then Kita, my girl, why would you make Bocchi, who you know is socially anxious, like speak on a whim? You know that's not gonna work. She ain't gonna like that. Why would you make her do that? That's crazy talk. Girl. And she's like, I've got to say something funny. And I like that Hiroi's like, do what you think you need to do. And then what does she think she needs to do? She tries to crowd surf like Hiroi. But that really only works if, you know, your audience is ready to catch you and knows you're going to crowd surf. If you just jump in the audience, that's not going to work. And I love that Hiroi's like, I see what you tried to do there, girl. You weren't ready to crowd surf, but I see what you're trying to do. Oh my God. And Rio, I love Rio cracking up, being like the legendary rock star. I love Rio cracks up because Rio figures out what Bocchi was trying to emulate, and Hiroi knows as well, and it's just so funny. But yeah, and then I love that Futari says, sorry about my sister. Futari is savage. Little girl is a beast. She's a monster. Oh my God. They're like, it's fine. And so she wakes up, and of course, Kita is there. And they're going to throw an after party. I love that everybody was totally fine with it. She's like, no, actually the school thought it was funnier than performing the third song that you were, you know, they thought this was a better, more epic way to go out. Mm-hmm. And I love that Bocchi compliments Kita on how much she's improved. And she's like, it's nothing. She's like, I mean, I still think that Kita knows who Bocchi is. I guess we'll find out in season 2 because they do not address it in this episode. And I'm like, but I think she knows. And I love, she's like, I'm going to keep working, so please keep teaching me. So Kita's going to continue to get better. I love she's saying she's doing it to support Bocchi. And then when she says Goto-san, she's like, oh, I mean Hattori-chan. Mm-hmm. And Bocchi's like, right, we're suddenly on a first name basis. So am I. I loved that callback too of when Kita looks out over the landing and she sees like the spot that she originally met Bocchi, and she's like, I'm going to become good enough to support Hattori-chan. Girl, I love that. I love it. And I love that outside. Okay, girl, Rio's fashion is so good. I love Rio with the green cardigan over the black shirt and everything. I'm going to need to get one of them band shirts. That's just going to have to happen before season 2. But I love that Hiroi's just like, after party, after party. It's great. And then they take down everything in the halls. And then there's the maid outfit left for Bocchi. And I like the guys are like, it's the stage diver, the crazy rocker chick. Hey, you know what? Stage diver and crazy rocker chick. That is an improvement, girl. You're getting some notoriety. Mm-hmm. And not in a bad way. So, you know, I think that's great. And she's like, someday I will quit high school. Don't quit high school, Bocchi. Stick it out. Stick it out, girl. You can do it. So she goes home and apologizes to her dad. And her dad's like, why are you apologizing? No. He's like, what are you doing, sis? She's like, what are you doing, sis? It's like, I broke the guitar that dad lent me while we were playing. And he's like, oh, no. He's like, get up. He's like, I'm not really mad. No. He is like Bocchi. All of his actions where he's like, no, don't do this. Oh, get up. He's just like Bocchi. Bocchi is just like her father. I'm convinced. It's just a broken peg. And he's like, it's not really that big of a deal. And it was pretty rad the way you broke it in the middle of the concert. I love it. And she's like, oh, really? Nowadays they sell guitars designed to break. Her dad is also like Bocchi in that he's an enabler of her destructive impulses. He's like, you should use one of those in your next gig. And she's like, what kind of daughter are you trying to raise? I love that she's like, why are you encouraging me to be destructive with my guitars? It's like it's on fire and he's like raising it up. I love it. I love it. Also, the gag of Futari hiding his face. How dare you, show? How dare you? He's like, it's probably a good opportunity for you to buy your own guitar. And she's like, play with me, Dad. To be fair, Futari does act like a little kid. She does act like it. And then the mom's like, what a good idea. That way, if you hit this issue again, you can deal with it right away. And you won't have to come to me. And she's like, oh, well, I have a job, but all my money goes to my quotas. And she's like, I can't afford it. And he's like, no worries. He's like, you've got money. And she was like, where did you get this dirty money? Where did this all come from? What kind of shady dealings are you involved with? And he's like, this is not shady dealings. He's like, we're not that badly off. I love he's like, our house is decent. And the mom says, this is the money you earned from the advertisements on your videos. So the parents this whole time have known that she's Guitar Hero. I love it. Also, the mom, damn them genetics, because Bocchi and her sister look exactly like the mom. And she's like, what? If a video gets enough views, they pay you, if you're monetized by YouTube. Did you forget the family side account you use as a family account? I love it. So while Futari's playing with the dog and you can't see the dad's face, the mom is like, yeah, we've been watching your videos and we monetize them for sure. Guitar Hero, right? They've been racking up the views, so I monetize them in secret. I like the dad. The dad, Bocchi gets her like ambitious enablement from her dad. Where he's like, yes. Mm-hmm. It's like, how'd my girl get so good? And she's like, yes. Like the mom's like, I don't get this whole music thing, but sure. I figured you'd need the money eventually. I love it. It's amazing to see you work so hard and get better and better at the guitar. Aww. Also, yeah, man, when you see the side profile, it's like, which granted, the dad seems to look a little bit like them too, but I wish we could see more of his face. He's like, right, dear? And she's like, oh, yes. I don't know much about music, but I do think you're amazing at it. Aw. It's so cute. And he's like, of course, it's balanced out. And then we see Guitar Hero. This song's been a hit lately with all my friends. I sing it all the time at karaoke. The chorus gets everyone so hyped. My boyfriend loves this song. He's like, oh, my sadness at seeing you get better and better at lying. And Bocchi's like, oh no, my dad saw where I was lying about a boyfriend and friends. Oh my God. So yeah, she basically has $2,000. That's a lot for a high school kid to have right in front of them. And so she gets excited, thinking she's never going to have to work again. I know her feeling whenever she looks over and she smiles at them and then they're all just creeped out like, huh, it's like The Shining. Whenever you think that you're about to get out of work, that's exactly how you feel. When you're sitting there being like, I'm not going to have to do anything. This is going to be amazing. That's exactly how she feels, which is hilarious. But I love that she just can't commit to quitting work, which I'm like, girl, you should quit work. You should not quit work. You should stay at the bar working to get experience and all that. And then also have your money as a backup. Be smart, girl. Be smart. And I love her going Super Saiyan, like the way the animation changes and everything. It's great. But then Seika's like, what are you doing? She's like, there's nothing harder than declaring you're going to quit a job. But they do know where I live. I mean, I don't want to put them out. She's like, they would find me and threaten me if I quit. I mean, I don't want to be that kind of person. She even offers to get Seika a present, and Seika's like, I don't need anything. I love the animation change. And meanwhile, Rio's over here being like, hey, I want a Dingwall and a new LaFay headless and a dark glass amp head. Like, she's like, if you're going to get people things, here's what I want. And then Seika's saying, I prefer surprises. And Pie-san's like, surprise? You? Okay, noted. So they have all these guitar shops, which I have heard from watching Given and seeing it. They do have a lot of different, music stores there, especially in the more urban areas. And I love that Kita's like, man, I don't know why we have all these music shops. And then Rio's like, she runs up to give them a lesson, being like, well, you see, the music business flourished here due to its playing host in the Meiji period, Japan's oldest professional orchestra, leading to the formation of it now legacy stores in Ochanomizu, like Shimokura Music. Oh my God, girl is just, she gets so excited. But then they go in the music stores, and I am with Bocchi 100%. I do not like store owners coming up to me when I'm shopping and being like, how are you? Can I help you? I was like, no, if I come in that store, if I need help, I will come find you. I will ask you a question. Do not worry. But if I come in that store, I don't want to be harassed. And I know some of them want commission, and I was like, just leave me alone and let me shop. Like, I'm a salesman's nightmare. And if they start to like ask me, I'm like, I'm not interested anymore. And I'll just leave. I am very much like Bocchi in that regard. I also love that anytime a male character in this series comes on the screen and Bocchi like becomes this timid little maiden, and every guy that's like an intimidating adult figure, he's like, hello dearie, hello little lady, what you need little girly? Like they instantly become this authoritative figure, and she's just like, what do I do? Hilarious. And she's like, what if I put my headphones on and just headbang? Then they won't bother me. I like that Rio also notices that Bocchi is uncomfortable, and while Kita and Najika would be totally fine looking at all the accessories like the straps and the picks and everything, Rio's like, let's get down to brass tacks and go find the instruments. So meanwhile, they go up and see all the guitars, and Rio, I love Rio's loner attitude, but she also like sits there and like smugly plays bass. She's like, huh, this old thing, I mean, I guess I'll just strum it a little bit. And then Bocchi finds the guitar she likes, which is this black guitar. Just a simple black guitar, nothing special, but just solid Yamaha. Also, Najika with the guitar as drumsticks, hilarious. She's like, this one's cool. And they're like, oh, the Yamaha is pretty great, right? I don't know when Ubel became a guitar shop owner, but Ubel from Freerun. I'm like, I've heard the Freerun director is similar for this series. Did they just do that intentionally? It's custom made too. It's a great guitar, especially for the price. And Bocchi's like, oh my God, I don't want to talk to this lady. I like that Kita and Najika like help her out. like to communicate with the salesman, and then Bocchi just become a ventriloquist. Ridiculous. I love it. And Nijika's like, we've still got a ways to go. The cool thing was that when she gave the guitar to Bocchi after she paid for it, the owner was like, I really like this guitar, so I've taken care of it, so it's in good hands. I thought that was nice. And her wanting Bocchi to come back, especially since the guitar that she really likes, was really cute. So they want to go practice, but then Rio's like, I think Bocchi just wants to go home and, you know, enjoy her guitar and tune it up and have some time alone with it. And Nijika's like, well, that's fine. We're going to practice tomorrow. We're going to work on new songs, get a concert ready. It was such a good build up for season 2. I really, really liked that. All right. And so then she goes back, checks out the guitar. It's super sweet. I like it's just classic black guitar. But then she sees out of the corner of our eye her dad's guitar, like looking at her, and she's like, no, I haven't forgotten about you. Still, again, her parents watching her. She's at it again. And then she gets ready to go to school and has the guitar. I love it. And then we have the after credits where it's just another day at the job. Oh, so good. I cannot wait to see what we're going to get in season 2. This episode was really good for like finishing up. Like, it's so crazy because we've been watching 12 episodes, 12 weeks worth of this series. It's wild to think of how far we've come from the start and how much, you know, Kita's grown. Rio's gotten more personable. Nijika's probably about the same. Nijika's probably been the most constant, least changing character, but she's still changed some. And then just how much Bocchi has changed is like stellar character growth. It's crazy. But I do have 2 manga one-shots that I'm going to read with y'all, so we might as well look at those. This first one is a one-shot that Avira Yamura sent to me, where it was after episode 8. It's chapter 57.5, so I'm guessing episode 8 kind of rounds out with chapter 57, but we're going to look at it here first, and we're going to do that here in 3, 2, 1. All right. I have not seen these, so we're going to be blind reacting to these. The anime is airing to great acclaim. This month's Bocchi the Rock includes a special feature. Ooh. My sister and I have a 12-year age gap. That's a pretty big age gap. So if Nijika's 15, let's say, then that means that her sister's 27. Okay, so yeah, so a significantly bit older. And then she's got the shirt that says Born to Die on it. A special feature offering flowers of love to the stars. That's us, Seika and Nijika Ijichi, born an entire zodiac cycle apart. Wow, that's a cool way of looking at it. Yeah, the whole cycle. I'm Year of the Dragon, of course, but that's so interesting. Back then, we would fight. Are they the same year then, technically? Back then, we would fight all the time. A 21-year-old and a 9-year-old were never going to see eye to eye. That's crazy. Nijika would cling to me no matter what I did. I've got a live show today, so I'm not eating here. Well, you promised you were going to watch anime with me today. I don't know about that. It must have looked cute to everyone else. But at the time, it really got on my nerves. Friends over family. The live house over my own home. When I was 21, those things meant everything to me. I never paid any attention to Nijika's crying. I wasn't home that often either. Seika, whenever she saw me, my mother would say the same thing. It's fine to spend time with your friends, but spending some with family is important too, you know. Oh. It was all so annoying. Man, she's been tsundere forever. Oh, Seika, you made it. Oh, wow. Yeah. Everyone, you're all here. Oh, sorry I'm late. Slowpoke. You were just in time for rehearsal. My little sister was crying and wouldn't let me go. She's 12 years younger than you, right? That's so cute. Well, it was cute a few years ago, but I'm getting pretty tired of how selfish she acts all the time. She turned my amp all the way up just to max just to bug me the other day. Harsh. My mom swooped in the moment she started crying and got on my case with the whole family is important spiel. Family is such a pain. Man, she's such a 21-year-old. Mm-hmm. And we know that the dad's not around. They established that. As long as I've got my band and wonderful friends, I don't need anything else. For me, it's booze. My girlfriend's number one. Drop dead. All right. Enough messing around. Let's get rehearsing. Okay. So it's like a mixed bag band. I wasn't joking, though. I honestly kind of feel that way. I had my band. I had my friends. That was where my dreams started and ended. It was enough for me and my little world. I didn't need anything else. They're letting us perform at the Rainy Bar in Shimokita. For real. The one where they don't let you hold a live show unless your booker gives you the green light. That place. Yeah, the one where all the label big shots come to visit. That place. Aren't we on a hell of a roll? Tons of bands got their start from there. This could be a huge turning point for us. I'm going to invite my girl. Devoted, ain't ya? Are you inviting anyone, Seika? Well, no way. I'm never going to a live show. I don't even like bands. I was an idiot for even thinking of inviting you for a moment, you little brat. Like I care. I'm fine with never going to a live house for the rest of my life. Seika, you're playing somewhere this large? That's impressive. Forget it. I wasn't planning on inviting anyone else. Are you leaving already, Seika? I've got practice. Oh, I shouldn't have come home. I knew I was just going to get pissed off. Good grief, that girl. I'm not going back home for a while. I'll just ask Rena to let me stay over at her house. Your big sister sure is restless. Hey, Najika. Oh, Oni-chan's such a dummy. What's wrong, Najika? I see. You feel like your big sister's band is taking her away from you. Ever since Oni-chan started that band, she never comes home. And she doesn't play with me at all anymore. I'm never going to join a band. I'll become a civil servant in the future and live a stable life. Why'd you laugh? Well, you're right. Being a civil servant is a wonderful career choice. But you know, Najika, your big sister is wonderful for chasing after her dreams so hard, too. Her mom sounds like a saint, honestly. I do feel a little lonely when I see her spend all of her time with her band instead of us. But watching her shine so brightly makes me happy as well. She shines? Yes, she does. Hey, shithead, I'm broke. I suppose she seems so brilliant to me because I never found something I really wanted to do. But I'm happy enough nowadays surrounded by my two daughters. I'll be happy if you find a wonderful dream of your own, Najika. Dreams can be a light that guide your way even when times get tough. That's why I want to be a civil servant. Well, that's a wonderful dream, too. I don't need any other dreams. Her mom sounds so sweet. Her mom sounds awesome. I love her mom's idea of, she's like, I didn't really have any aspirations or things like that, but I love you two, and I want to see you guys have dreams. Because, yeah, I think that we forget sometimes that sometimes people just, sometimes people's aspirations are to be a mom. And there's nothing wrong with that. She just like is a mom and works for her kids, and that's cool. Like, that's so sweet. I think Najika secretly wants to be like her sister, but she doesn't want to be like her sister, if that makes sense. Oh, you want to stay here for the whole month? You must be running away from home again. Again, like it's happened before. That's just how it is. I do all the chores around the house for you. No, you'll mess the place up more. Well, just this once. Thank you. You're my greatest ally. Oh. Want to go open that new ramen shop? Sure, let's go. These sparkling, thrilling moments filled up the entirety of my 21-year-old world. The future was nothing but bright, and I wasn't afraid of anything. Oh, they're about to break our hearts. They're about to break our hearts. Anything at all. Oh, Seika, you have a visitor. Oh, hey, Seika, Mommy's here. Why the hell did you just show up out of nowhere? We haven't answered my calls in a month. I was getting worried. I haven't talked to you in ages. Why don't you go talk to her for a bit, now that she's here? Well, what do you want to talk about? You're so cold. I just wanted to know if you were doing all right or not. Well, now you know. I'm as fit as a fiddle. Look, you came to tell me off for not coming home, right? I get it already. I need to care more about my family. No, Seika, you don't understand. I do get it. No, you don't understand at all. And I just said I do. Then stop making Najika cry already. It's fine to chase after your dreams. I'm sure this is the most fun time you've had your life. It's fine if you cause trouble for your father and I too. It's up to you whether you do or not. But don't let Najika feel lonely. Always be a good sister to her. Your father and I will be gone someday, and you two will only have each other for support. So I want you two to be the closest sisters in the world. That's all your mother asks of you. Interesting that she mentions the dad, because Najika had said their dad wasn't in the picture, so she at least recognizes that he's a presence, so that's interesting. Okay, I suppose I should head home. All right, one more thing I wanted to ask you to do. Could you try inviting Najika to the live show we were talking about before? I'm going to lose it for real if you start talking more nonsense, but she really wants to go, and as her mother, I can tell. Pretty please? If I feel like it, I guess. Oh, thank you, Seika. If I feel like it. I wonder why I couldn't just have told her yes back then. Oh. She got caught in a pile-up. Her daughters are still so young, and she was doing just fine, too. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it wasn't sickness or anything. She just got in a car accident. Oh. That is wild. The time in the world I'd found so fulfilling ground to a dead halt. Seika, you don't have to push yourself so hard. It's only been a month since your mom passed away. We can start doing band stuff again once everything's settled down. No, I'm good. Is that so? It's better than holding up at home, since I won't be able to take my mind off of things there. It doesn't seem real to me. It feels like she's still out there somewhere. But who's taking care of Najika during all of this? I was so nervous I didn't get much sleep. Oh, her dad. Where the hell are you? I'm not going to school or anywhere else. I'm staying home forever. I don't want to do anything. Oh. Oof. What ribbon should we wear today? Oh, wow, and you can't see the dad there. Oh, wow. She isn't here anymore. She isn't anywhere anymore. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Najika. You've been staying home all by yourself, dealing with Mom's death this whole time, while I've just been running away from reality. I left you all alone. Oh, so is that not the dad? Okay. I'll hold on to your wish no matter what. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow, and she grew her hair out after this, right? Oh, it's not like my mom's at all. She never did this messy. We've got to go soon, so don't sweat the small stuff. I'm going home. Oh, come on. We're not leaving after we just got here. I hate bands. What the heck are you saying? You wanted to come be here real bad, right? Okay. Oh, wow. I'm in charge of the lighting of this place where Seika usually performs. That's Pie-san. Oh, wow. Okay, because she does the lighting. Okay. Oh, that's so cool. This is your first time coming to a live show. That means it's your first time seeing Seika perform. When your sister's up on stage, she's really, really cool. Pie-san, look at you. Wow. And then, yeah, there's her. Oh, I don't need any other dreams. I'm never going to join a band. Oh, wow. Oh. You see, Najika, the thing about dreams, and this goes back to episode 8 where Najika talks about seeing her sister play. Yeah. Is that when times get tough, they can be the light to guide your way. Oh. At that moment, I thought that look I saw in Najika's face was the one I always wanted to see from now on. I'm not going to run away from Mom's death anymore, and I won't let you tough it out alone, so let's support each other from now on. After all, we're the closest sisters in the world. Aww. So Najika started going to school again. Yeah, she's look like she's having a lot of fun. Miss Rena, please teach me drums. Aww. Aww. Why the drums? I like how the drums sounded more than the guitar. Drums are so cool. When I become the best drummer in the world, I'm going to pass a law to put drums at the very front. Believe it. What a shame, Oni-chan. But she looks like she's having fun every day now that she has a dream. There's something I wanted to talk with you about today, Rena. 8 years later. Wow. So yeah, so that means, yeah, that means that, okay, that would make Najika 17 and that would make Seika 29. Okay. Oh, it feels like it's all really coming together now that the sign's up. Wow. So that was not that long ago. We've come a long way. It feels like yesterday that your bandmates beat you up for telling them you were going to quit and start up a live house. Right, that happened. Thanks for letting me off the hook with that one punch, Rena. Why'd you name the place Starry? You took it from your name, right? I guess you even got a romantic side to you. As if. At this live house, there'll be as many bands as there are stars in the sky. I was hoping this would become a place that shines so brightly it reaches our mother. Oh, that's so good. Oh, that like gets you right in the feels. It gets you right in the feels because Najika is literally the most happy, optimistic, sweet character in the whole show. And she does her hair the side like the mom did. Oh, like she's the sweetest person. And for her to have like the most tragic family backstory and be the kindest person is, and I love the fact that Seika was this rebellious teen that was just running from home, and it took this tragedy to bring her sister and her together and for her to grow up and like do something that was going to benefit the both of them. That is wild. That is wild. So we have this 2-chapter comic. It's very short, but it apparently came out alongside the movie, which the movie that came out is just like a compilation of the season, but I'm super excited about it. So we're going to look at this here. I love Najika and Bocchi on the front. Aha. Hey, look at that. A cherry tree is blooming. It's in full bloom. It's almost ceremony season, isn't it? It's that time already. The entrance ceremony, that takes me back. We used to be so young. I don't remember any of it. Hitori-chan, how did your entrance ceremony? Oh, wow. Okay. So flashback 1 year prior. I like that it has been established in this household that they're going to put these banners up on the side of the house announcing these events. Our Hitori-chan is a high schooler starting today. Say cheese, smile for the camera, throw a peace sign. Dad, I'm gonna puke. Oh my god. Wow, Oni-chan keeps puking. She's nervous she has to go to high school now. Is she gonna make friends this time? What a savage sister. Oh my god. I know our Hitori-chan can make 100 friends. Go for broke. Be careful on the way. She's like, I hate you both. Oh my god. I'm so nervous about my high school life. Will I be able to make friends this time? Stop it. I want to make a band in high school so I can mope. I can't mope here. You gotta do this, go to Hitori. I wonder what kind of teachers I'll have. Hope there's no scary people in my class. Wait, you're gonna make it, Hitori? I want to go home. Oh my god, I was walking too fast. My plan was to take it slow and spend 4 or 5 hours getting here. Oh my god. I made it to the entrance area. Time to make 100 girlfriends. Oh my god. I'll wait until there's a little less people. I'll go in the next 15 minutes. They just keep coming. I'm still a complete mess. Oh. Oh. There's a cherry petal stuck to you. Show! Why are you shipping them so hard? Oh my god! It has come into full swing. Oh my god! Wow. So the girl back then. Could it be? Since spring has sprung, we should go flower watching. As long as there's Dango. That is so crazy. Girl. Oh, and there's Kita and Rio for the other half of it. Okay. The first time I paid attention to Yamada Rio was at the school festival in my second year of middle school. The silence in the hall was something I could never forget. Oh, Yamada-san, I was looking for you. Your performance was quite something. We've been together since grade school, but I never knew you had a side like that. What happened? Don't worry about it. It's nothing. Is she upset about the reception? She always struck me as extremely confident, but I guess she's more sensitive than I thought. Your bass solo was really cool. I could tell it was a hard song nobody could play without a lot of practice. And we're the same age, but I really respect you. So the rest of the world just isn't ready for me yet. She's also kind of annoying. Oh, so you play drums. I like that we're getting our shipping established between Nijika and Rio and Kita and Bocchi. I'm still pretty bad at it. Let me listen to you play sometime. Well, hey, if you don't mind, we could start. Look, this is the band I'm in. Hamukutasu. If you don't mind, you could see our next performance. Oh, you're in a band. She's like, well, damn it. Do you want to hang out on the weekend? If you're paying, sure. Never change, Rio. Because of our shared interest in music, we quickly became friends. Aw, that's cute. I wanted us to be in a band together, but Rio was so radiant when she played in the Hamukitasu. That was the side of her I loved the most. Oh, wow. And then she left the band. I'm at a loss right now. Don't you dare quit. Why not? It's none of your business, Nijika. It is my business. Do you know how much of your quotas I had to pay for? At least try to make up for all the money I used to help you. Just leave me alone. I'm going to focus the rest of high school on studying. Oh, her doing the poke. She did the boop. The cheek boop. There's no way you're going to stay for long, Rio. If you've got nothing better to do than play your bass with me. Oh, I love Rio and Bocchi getting supported by our girls, by Nijika, and by Kita. And that makes so much sense now because Nijika is literally, she has been through the worst of the worst. So, of course she'd be there to support her fellow band members. Oh my God, that was so cute. Yes. Yes. This series has been so much fun from start to finish. It is one of my favorites that I've watched this year. I absolutely have loved it. And that season ended on such a good note. Yes, sir. Am I ready for season 2? You damn straight I'm ready for season 2. The wait is going to be horrible, but during this month, I will hopefully, after hearing your comments down below, be compiling a list of all the songs, listening to them, and in August, I'm going to try to have my ranking of the season 1 Bocchi songs out for you all. We can talk through them, do a couple last minute things with Bocchi the Rock. Hopefully you all tune into that and let me know your thoughts when we get to that video. But thank you so much for watching this show with me. I am so glad that it won, that it was able to be watched, and now as soon as season 2 comes out, I'm going to watch it week to week with you all. You know that's going to happen, so... Anyway, I look forward to hearing your comments down below. Like I said, any comments that I get for this episode and episode 11, I will talk about them when we do our song video that's going to come out in August. So just stay tuned for the August update video to know exactly when that's going to drop. But otherwise, I hope you all have a wonderful week. Please stay safe. Take care. And I love Bocchi the Rock, and I'm so excited we'll at least have one more video soon to kind of touch base on Bocchi before we round out and wait on season 2. But I'll see you all again very soon with some more reactions. Bye! I'm all on it!